stadium status.
Hey guys, your friendly 650 here with another video. Today we're going to be installing the 12 volt DC outlet onto the 2023 Ninja 650. Now for this install you will need to remove the left fairing. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that, and if you find that it's a bit hard for you to follow, I am also going to leave another video from TST Industies which they go through how to also take apart this left fairing. So you have two ways of or two references that you can use to try to remove it. So in order to remove this fairing, we are going to need a 4mm hex screw. So we're going to take apart this fairing, but first we're going to start off with removing the two clips below. There's going to be one right here and one on the inside, which you have to push in from below down here. Just gonna go ahead and use this to push the one below. It should just come right out. Once you press it in, just push it in from the top up here and it will slide right out. So as you can see, you just have to push this in there. Once you feel it slide in, then you can go ahead and just push it from the top here and that'll fall right out. Next, you have another clip on here that you could just use a flathead screwdriver to pop out, just like that. Fairly easy. Now that that is loose. Alright, so next up you're going to want to remove the 4mm screw there, and you're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench. So let's go ahead and remove this one. And now you're just going to want to, there's like some clips holding it in, so you're going to want to just carefully pop them off. There's one right there. And I believe there's one down here somewhere. Yep. And that's it. Yeah, so it's going to be here, here. Just pop it off from here. Go underneath here, well, from the side here. And there's also going to be one down here, so you might want to pop this one off, pop that one off, try to pull from here. And then these clips here just slide right out. Now that we got this exposed, we still need to be able to get here. So next step would be to remove the 4mm screw down here. And once again, you will need your 4mm Allen wrench to remove it. I believe this is how it went, so go ahead and keep it this way. Now once you get the bottom one out, there are going to be two more right here that you're going to want to remove, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so next up we do have two more of those pins that we had from like the one below here. So let me try to show you. So as you can see, there's one right here. Again, you're just going to want to push it up. And there's one on this side right here. Alright, so once you get those two out from there, you're going to want to just disconnect this cable real quick. That way we're not tugging on it when we're removing it. There we go. Alright, so now that you got that cable removed, you're going to want to start pulling on the fender. So as you can see, there was one lock thing right here, so pull that off and you're going to want to work your way up. There we go. Now that we have this part exposed, as you can see, we have this plug here, and it's really hard to see, but you have a tab right here you want to push down to slide it out. This is just like a dummy plug, and you're just going to want to try to disconnect it. Okay, so I figured out how to take this tab off. There's actually, you're not going to be pressing down on this little clip here. That was my mistake. There's actually the tab that's holding it in. I don't know if hopefully you can see that. You actually have to go underneath it, and I'll just clip it back in. You go underneath it, you pull it back. You see that? You pull it back, and then you slide it out. That's the way to get this off. Now that we got it disconnected, there is a screw right here that requires a Phillips head screw. You're gonna have to go in through here and just screw it off to take off this cover here. And then you are gonna need like some form of extension just to make the process easier. Yep, just pop right out. Alright. Well, next up, it's just to slide this bad boy in there. Oh, no! You actually take this cap thing off. Slide this in. Okay, so I forgot to speak here, but you're going to want to take that ring, hold it behind the hole to make it easier to tighten back up onto the DC outlet. So you're going to slide it in and make sure to line up that slot with the bar on the DC outlet, and while you're holding the ring, you're going to turn it clockwise to tighten it up. And you'll eventually reach a point where you won't be able to turn it much, so you'll start spinning the ring in the back to tighten it further. Now you got that end tied up, it's nice and snug. You're going to want to feed this cable back this way and clip this on. And just so it's not hanging, you do have a zip tie here, just to tie everything together. That way it's not just gonna go flying off. And of course you want to go ahead and test that before you do any of this. So I got my car charger to test out. Just gonna try to start her up. Slide it in. And we should get some power. Yep. Looks to be charging. Alright, so now that we know that it works, it's time to go ahead and put everything back together. Alright, so first things first, you want to make sure you tuck this front piece here on the front by the headlight, and then you want to line up the top part and just press into it, like so. And then you want to press in the clips on the side over here that I mentioned earlier in the video. Just pop them in, you'll hear a pop or feel it. And then everything should be pretty good. It's probably best to put these clips back below. Slide them out. Just push them in like that. Pop it out first. Slide it in. And then just push the pin back in there. And that's it. Next up we got that 4mm Allen screw. Alright, next up you got that 4mm hex screw right underneath that one. I forgot to mention that in this part, so make sure you screw that one in there. Don't forget this cable here too. Now that I think about it, I don't think we need to take this cable off, so you can go ahead and leave this one in here. Alright, last bit is to put this back on there. And it goes like this. Just remember to line up where these locks are supposed to go. So, alright, so you got one down here, goes down here, this one goes there, and this top one goes up here. So just like this. And then we're going to slide it in first. So once you slide in, push up against. Lock that up. Now that's locked. And this one should be locked in there too. Let's see. Yeah, it's locked up in there. So now we just need to put this 4mm Allen screw on there. Put this one back on there as well. And the clips from the bottom. So start off with this one. So as you can see, it spreads when it gets pushed in, so you're going to want to take it out first. Slide it in. And then press it back in. So now it just locks up. And finally, the pin again. So push this one back out as well. Slide it underneath the hole there and push it back in to lock it. Alright, so now that basically takes care of this video. Just making sure that everything lines up. Yeah, she's so pretty. That's a pretty quick install for today. As you can see, looking good. Yeah, I'm just gonna test it one more time. Make sure that I also don't have that my turn signal works, because I did disconnect that cable. Yep, she's charging. Hoping you guys can see that, but it is charging. So yeah, that basically takes care of today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you guys are rocking the DC outlet. Yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.